We're back to the Total Education Celebrity Show on the Total Education Network, TotalTutor.net for more information. Twitter, Total Tutor, Neil S. Haley, Facebook. And it was very interesting last time I had this guest on. We were meeting face-to-face in Los Angeles, California. It seems like so long ago. But I want to welcome the program back, celebrity Kaycey Taylor from Scandal. Kaycey, thanks for calling.
Hey, thanks for having me, Neil. How are you?
I'm doing great. Like I said, it's getting closer and closer. It's the final push till I'm on vacation in Hilton Head for 2 weeks in June. So I'm just counting on those days to be on vacay in certain ways. And I've gone through so many different sicknesses. I'm finally feeling more better now, so that's good. Let's go, I guess, what we've been kind of highlighting before. We talked about specifically some of the things you were doing at your church and how you were helping others. And with weight and body image and things like that. But then some opportunities have come your way. You have one big event we could promote in Idaho. Then I'm really excited about hearing about the whole process of the fight against childhood obesity and also Feed the Children program that you're going to be involved with and sponsoring with an organization. So let's first go right quickly about the big event coming up in Idaho. Tell us about that.
Actually, it's a walk for the National Eating Disorder Association, and it's over in Boise. And so it's like a fundraiser walk to just create awareness for, the young women and men that deal with the body issues that we talk about all the time, and just making sure that, their needs are met and that awareness is brought there so that they know that it's okay to go seek counseling and that, other people deal with the same problems that they do. And so it creates like a community for them too.
And I think that's fantastic. I think it's a situation where you, for what you've done so far in your life and how you're looking at the importance of that, and that's one of your big things to be involved in this. How did you hear about it and are involved in the event in Boise?
It's actually like a personal pursuit of my own where, I dealt with like body image and just that self-awareness within yourself where you just kind of have low self-esteem and the things that you struggle with just because of the way our society is created. And I sought it out, and it's one of those things that I just really feel passionate about. I think that people need to be aware that it's about who they are, not what they look like on the outside that makes them an individual.
So you are involved in the event, correct? In certain ways.
Yeah.
So what are the types of things you're going to be doing at the event?
Like I create like my own little team, my support group. And then you just make it known that I'm there. People just know that I'm there and that I'm someone who has gone through the same struggles. And then I live in Los Angeles and I'm pursuing my dreams and taking that positive road towards taking care of myself, and that no matter what you go through in life, you can it's kind of just having me there as a stance of no matter what you go through, you can achieve and overcome and do whatever you want to.
And from there, that's where you kind of look at it as your passion. Now with getting some success in acting and starting to get out there at the red carpet, especially the event with Magic Johnson and all these other things that you've been able to do lately, that you see that now I have this celebrity that I can kind of be able to make change and help others and bring awareness in certain aspects. And that's where you're really excited about the other thing that you're going to be doing. And I think I'm motivated as well because I want to be helping you in this process of two major things, and it's based on the 90-day health challenge. And for our listeners out there, it basically started, it's one of the national 90-day health challenge of ViSalus that started through Coach Dale Brown challenging Ryan Blair, the CEO of ViSalus, to a 90-day challenge. And basically from there, which was the challenge. And then G.J. Reynolds helped in the process of coming up with saying 90 days as a great thing. So you have a 90-day challenge that's really going to be a philanthropic insert in two aspects. So explain that to us.
Okay, well, for my 90-day challenge, I'm definitely taking on the ViSalus approach for health and wellness. That's something I'm always working on. I've been working on toning up and using the products. Oh my gosh, I feel so much better, by the way. I have so much more energy. Everyone's like, what kind of drug are you on? And it's fun. I mean, by the end of the night, I'm still going and I'm talking and just excited. And so it's I love that part about it. But the other thing I decided to challenge myself is not just physically, but also mentally and spiritually, and having positive motivation for myself, and writing in my gratitude journal, and then also writing my book that you put on the back burner, but of my own personal journey through my self-awareness of who I am and becoming healthy, and how I've been working on overcoming my challenges, and just to help other people so that they can see that, have someone to look up to or find ways within themselves to keep a positive attitude and push forward. There's nothing, your past doesn't define you. It's everything that you do in the future that makes you who you are.
And so
that's what my 90-day focus is on.
I think it's fantastic, Kaycey. And the thing that I know you have your YouTube channel, and I'm going to make sure I tweet out your video to a lot of the fans out there, especially, and then also this radio interview as well, as we get that website up and running so that people can be involved. But I think one of the key things, and this is also my push in my 90 days, again, I'm looking to lose the spare tire in certain ways. It was funny. I was losing some weight, then I gained the weight back, some stress at the end, especially being sick a few times. That's going to be my goal this 90 days, but ultimately is also to work with celebrities, and this is my major 90 days, and help them through the 90-day challenge and ViSalus to help fight childhood obesity, and also to Feed the Children program that ViSalus offers. So my goal for you is just getting you out there to do that, and I think it's going to be fantastic, and I'm very excited for you in so many ways, and I'm glad to hear about the book as well, because you have to be able to tell your story, and I think that's really making you excited.
I agree, and I think, we're all here to help each other. I think you and I have talked about this a lot, too, that if we can't help each other, then what are we here to do? And I think it's so important that, especially with feeding the children or whatever we're doing, 90 days, getting healthy, when you can motivate your friends and your family and the people around you just for a greater good, and it helps them to be healthy and to be stronger, then they're able to help others, and it's like that ripple effect, or like the whole pay it forward effect. We're all in this together, and if we lose that focus, then we lose a lot.
And I think that's key. I'm so glad that you're building that energy. You're toning up. You're looking at specifically where you're going to go next. But I think the philanthropic part of the whole thing of celebrities, and to find a good message, a good focus for them, is very important because of how difficult it is in acting, right? And again, the rejection, the disappointment. You want to have something that you're really proud of, right?
Right. Yes. And I mean, even this week, I have had auditions and stuff that you have to put yourself on tape for and send it to Los Angeles or whatever you're doing, and you're constantly being told no, but you have to build that tough skin and tell yourself, it's part of them casting a specific thing. And in life, we're constantly told no, or we're told we can't do something, and it's taking that and looking at ourselves and saying, hey, that doesn't mean I have to stop here. I've got the rest of my life to live. So take advantage of it. You only have one, right?
Exactly, and that's the key component. And two of the areas that, just to kind of tell our listeners out there how they can get involved. The first one, and then I will make sure the link's up once the interview airs, or make sure I promote it, for that you could go ahead and donate at Kaycey Taylor's website, and I will have that information very soon for you, where you click on Feed the Children, and you could donate cookies or shakes to a area that needs help in certain ways, or certain organizations, and there'll be a pull-down banner. But the other way that you could join Kaycey in this challenge, which I'm really excited about, is Project 10 Kids, so that if you can lose 10 pounds or gain 10 pounds in the next 30 days, if you join the challenge, the 90-day challenge, you can enter it in to win a chance to win $1,000. But the thing I like about Project 10 Kids is that they will the company ViSalus will donate shake bags to a weight loss center for children, so that you too could be philanthropic listeners out there as well by going to wearethechallenge.com. Click on the icon saying, I want to join with Kaycey in this whole process, and it's going to be fantastic. So I think that's the key thing that you have to look at, Kaycey, is when you're talking to people, what tremendous things you could do to help children. And I think that's just such a great cause. Right.
I agree. I mean, and who of us doesn't have someone we want to reach out and help? at some point. And especially with kids. Who doesn't want to help kids? I mean, kids are the future, and that's the more we can do to help each other. Like we said, it's all we got, so we have to do that.
So can you give us an update on Scandal now? What's going on with you and your character?
Well, I was on last week, and some pretty big stuff happened, and then this week is the season finale. So I really can't say a lot, but, because if I say anything, then I will ruin the season finale for you.
So are you going to be on? Are you going to be on the season finale?
Yes, I'm just in a very short little bit on the season finale, but I'm so excited. This show is so great, and it's making you watch it and you just are biting your nose the whole time because you're like, what is going on? Yeah, it's great. It's so great. And to Scandal lovers out there, you'll remember the number 752, 752.
And
that's a good one, yeah.
What Kaycey needs to do is tweet out during the show, especially on Thursday, to all the people out there so that they literally are just enthralled by this season finale. And then we'll find out where Kaycey goes, because there is a big surprise in this involving her character. And again, you are the assistant to the First Lady, so we have to find out what the future of that First Lady is.
A pivotal scene for the First Lady is coming up, so all of you need to just stay tuned.
I'm going to have to put this out as just an individual podcast just for tomorrow's show, but for people listening, I guess you got to do is you can watch any of the Scandal episodes by going to all those different places, right? There's, you go to iTunes.
ABC.com. Yeah, you got it.
All those different places. So just because it's happening in a day, and I don't know when this will air, there's definitely opportunities out there, Kaycey. So it looks like you will have the opportunity to be back on Scandal again. We'll find out once we watch that episode. But what do you think also your acting goals? I love the idea that you're trying to write a book, and I think that's great. That's part of your 90 days. What about your 90-day challenge when it comes to acting? What do you want to see yourself in the next 90 days for acting?
Oh, of course. I have one of those, too. I actually am working on gaining 3 more IMDb credits, and I did just get 1 last week. So, that's my goal. So I have 2 more to go in the next 90 days. Totally doable.
You can't tell us the IMDb, the credit, can you? Not yet. Can you tell us what?
No. I can't really say much. But, I mean, it was fun. It's a web series, so, it's one of those fun things that they're trying to promote, a web series pilot. But I've got other projects coming up, so we just got to be patient. Well, I'll tell you more as they come, right? Get you excited.
Well, absolutely. And Kaycey's one of the hardest working actresses in Hollywood, because every day she's constantly working, and I'm like, when are you available? I'm available for 30 minutes. Well, I understand, Kaycey, but it's because constantly people don't understand the behind the scenes of always auditioning, going to acting classes, doing all the different things. And I know you're not in LA, so you're kind of getting a break out in Idaho right now, and I think it's a much deserved break, isn't it?
Oh, yes, and even here I had to have my brother help me do some auditioning, so it follows me wherever I go, but there's nothing wrong with that.
But there's no films going on now currently in Idaho. They don't film any movies? Is there?
Not in Idaho that I know of right now.
No.
They do most of their stuff that looks like Idaho in New Mexico. That's a little secret for you. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know how there was Tanya Frederick really pushes the whole idea, has this Iowa project for films. You have to come up with one in Idaho. And now Idaho has all these great filmmaking ventures. You need to do the same thing in Idaho. So that's another idea for you, Kaycey. Okay, so where can our listeners find information on you, Kaycey, learn more about you? And I remember wearethechallenge.com. And go ahead and make sure that you say, you learned this from Kaycey Taylor and the Total Education Network. But where else can we find information on you?
You can find me on Facebook. I have a fan page at Kaycey Taylor, and then also at the Kaycey Taylor on Twitter. And I also have a website, which is kayceytaylor.net.
Well, fantastic. Really good. I'm excited about your challenge. I know that you're going to reach your goals, and I can't wait to see. Maybe both of us will have our books down at the same time. So I'm putting that out as another 90-day challenge for myself as well. I have
we'll motivate each other.
Exactly. I have a new website I'm looking to build and all these different things, because the one I have currently, the totaltutor.net, it's there. There are updates, but not enough because it takes too long. I need a WordPress, and then I'll be rocking. So good. Thanks for calling, Kaycey, and we'll stay in touch, okay?
Yeah, talk to you soon, Dale.
All right, take care. You're listening to Total Education Celebrity Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.